Hey guys, time to do something cringy. Hit the like button and subscribe. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. I am your host, Mellow15. Yeah, I don't. Hey, look, I've never liked being one of those content creators that's like, hey, I don't like, because they say that if you ask your audience to like and subscribe and share, that like that actually works. But I don't agree with that, bro. Maybe it does. So we're gonna try it out for this episode. If you're new here, like I said, welcome. We do a podcast every week, every Monday. This last couple weeks, though, and before I get into that, actually, so yesterday at work, I thought it was kind of funny because there's a customer that always comes in. He's probably one of my latest subscribers. So shout out to you. We gained a friendship off the pop figures because he came in and he was a collector, right? So we would talk about pops and recently Hot Wheels, right? And he had told me, he was like, hey, I showed him my YouTube channel because he had asked me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is my YouTube channel. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. Like, it's cool, bro. Like, this is just what I do. And he's like, nah, man, if we're friends, this is free. Like, hitting subscribe or hitting like or supporting your friend is free. Like, like I'm not giving you money or anything. It's just, this is free. I like supporting people. And so that kind of like made me smile. So I want to say thank you, bro, because you're absolutely right. All right. You're absolutely right. And that's kind of what I do with my friends on a day to day. Like, if you guys make music, if you guys make art, I like sharing, I like watching the videos, liking them. Sometimes in the past, I've reacted to a lot of them. And I don't mind doing that either. Reaction videos are fun. And, I never used to react to videos that I didn't like. If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense to you. But if like I didn't like a video, like I genuinely didn't like it, why would I review it? And what I mean is like I'll review a bad movie, but if you ask me, right, because my inbox is always full of people asking, right? If you ask me to review a song of yours or video or anything, and I don't like it, why would I put that on my channel? Right? Not only is that just more negativity that I don't need and you don't need, but that'd be rude, bro. I'm just gonna sit there and review a song of yours or a video of yours that I don't like. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but like I don't mind reviewing a movie if it's bad, right? It's like, hey, I don't really know the director, I don't know the actors. This is like really when it comes to being on a public scale, this is like crazy big, right? So I don't mind doing that. And most of the time, if I don't like a movie, I'll give some reasons as to why I liked it or some good aspects of it. But I just don't really like reviewing people's stuff if I don't like it, right? But yeah, shout out to you, man. That was really nice of you to say that because, yeah, it is free to support your friends. If you really call someone your friend and you know they do stuff like this or music, whatever, it's free to support, bro. So shout out to you, man. But to start off this episode, GTA 6, guys. And I want to start off by saying thick strippers, bro. Hey, 2025. Thick strippers, bro. Alligators, crocodiles, I don't care. I don't care if I miss, like if that's a crocodile and I call it an alligator, don't care. Don't care, bro. If that's an alligator and I call it a crocodile, don't care. You look the same, bro. Don't care. Don't care. I'm one of those Hispanic people because I'm part Hispanic. Like if I see somebody in public, I straight away call them, "Hey, is that a Mexican guy?" And I always get called out for it. Like, "Hey, bro, like they're Guatemalan," or "Hey, they're Honduran," or "Hey, don't care." Look the same to me, bro. Don't care. No, I for real got to work on that one because you know what I mean. Like, I don't need my people coming after me. But the trailer looks amazing. The trailer looked amazing. This is what we've been waiting for, right? I'm glad they took their time. I'm sure that when the game comes out, there's gonna be bugs and there's gonna be things people don't like, and people probably aren't gonna like. There's a female playable character and don't care. Thick strippers don't care. Alligators, crocodiles don't care. Bro, that trailer looked good. And they recreated some viral moments from Florida that I thought were funny. The graphics look good. It's gonna force me to buy a PS5. I didn't want to buy a PS5. I was kind of holding off on it, because during the pandemic, and I worked retail, right? Still do, but during the pandemic, you couldn't get a PS5. Really, you couldn't. There might be some places in the United States that were different, but where we lived, in particular, people would come in, hey, there's like literally a pandemic happening. We all thought there's going to be tanks outside with people with guns making you go inside. That's kind of like what we thought was going to happen in the beginning, right? People would come in the store, with like carts full of toilet paper because they were freaking out and like, hey, PS5s, and we for about a year and a half, almost two, we barely had any PS5s in stock. So like it kind of discouraged me from actually getting one. So now that there is actual like PS5s that you can buy now, that like it doesn't feel like you're getting it off like a third party seller, or people were paying like $900 $800 for theirs during the pandemic offline. Like hell no, I'm not doing that. So it's gonna force me to get one. So I got a year. I got a year before I finally man up and get it. And because it was hard, right? So it came out during the pandemic. There wasn't really a lot of cool games at first, and then added on to the fact that you really couldn't buy one, bro. So I never got one, but this game's gonna make me come out of retirement, dude. This game's gonna make me get it. And I'm excited. The graphics look good. I saw earlier, I think it was like earlier this week, where like some footage got leaked from like an employee's kid or an employee's kid's friend or something along those lines. And I hope that guy doesn't get in trouble, bro, because that just brings more attention to the actual game. And then the trailer came out like a week later. What are you guys' thoughts? Are you excited? I mean, the fact that not only the graphics look really good, but thick strippers, bro. The game needed thick strippers, dog. Do you not understand that, bro? Like when you play GTA 5 in its previous iterations, the strippers were just pencils, bro. Come on, where are the thickies, dog? You know what I mean? We're talking about everybody getting representation, bro. We need thick strippers, bro. We need and crocodiles and alligators, bro. Hey, is that Kodak Black? Don't care. Gold teeth, bro. Don't care. I'm excited, and it's in Vice City. We needed to go back to Vice City, okay? Los Santos, love you. Almost knocked my mic out. So Los Santos, love you, but I mean, Vice City, here we come. I'm excited. GTA 7 is probably going to come out by the time I'm dead. So, you know what I mean? If they do any amount of time with the next GTA that they did with this one, I'm going to die. But I'm glad I get to see this one. And like I said, you guys comment below. What are you excited about when it comes to GTA 6? And tonight, we're going to shift to another topic, okay? The last couple weeks, I've been really, really on some heavy topics, disclosure, aliens, UFOs, the CIA, the cabal. And the reason I'm whispering that is because every clip last week, especially TikTok, you know what you're doing, bro. You know what you're doing. I literally made fire clips, guys. Fire clips. And if you even say the word cabal or Illuminati, shadow banned, bro. Shadow banned. And I literally have proof that they shadow banned those videos. Every video on TikTok of mine averages about 300, 500 views. You go to the videos. You can go to the videos. Look for yourselves that have those keywords in there. 70 views, 60 views. I even did one about the supposed, the MH370, the plane from Malaysia that supposedly got abducted. I did that clip. I thought it was fire. And Facebook kept muting the audio, and TikTok barely got views. So last couple weeks, I've been into some heavy topics, but this week I just saw that Man Noir is getting a live action series on Amazon, right? And I'm excited about that for a couple of reasons. Well, Amazon doesn't really have a good track record of like making good shows. I mean, they don't, bro. We could be honest with each other, but Lord of the Rings, I won't even watch it. I won't watch it, bro. I mean, it's not that people gave it bad reviews. And I'm kind of lying. It is kind of, but you've talked to people who like Lord of the Rings, right? Talk to people who are fans of the lore, right? They don't like it, bro. And I'm not going to waste my time. The reason I'm bringing up Spider-Man Noir, though, is because since Spider-Man No Way Home, they should have been doing this, bro. Do you know how much money Sony could make right now? They could probably
make as much as the MCU alone. And the reason I'm saying that is because, let's say, for instance, you get an Andrew Garfield third movie going, okay? Fans were really hyped after No Way Home. You pay Andrew Garfield to come back for a third movie, probably gonna make $1 billion, if not right up there, right? Tobey Maguire's fourth movie, right? If he's interested in doing it and money talks, right? The Tobey fourth movie could easily get $1 billion or up, close to $1 billion, right? You could do Spider-Man 2099, right, with Miguel. Just its own movie or its own series. That movie would make tons of money. You can do Spider-Man Noir, which is what they're doing on Amazon. That show, if you do it right, could lead the way to what I've been saying Sony should do, right? You have all, and especially since, Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse were so popular, and they showed us all these different, versions of Spider-Man, right? Easy. Easy. If you were to make a Spider-Man 2099 movie, right, and it be its own thing, I guarantee you that movie goes crazy with money, views, numbers, ticket sales, all that, right? Andrew Garfield's third movie. Guarantee you fans were so hyped after No Way Home, him and Tobey doing another movie gets crazy ticket sales. You're just leaving free money on the table, bro. And it's like the problem is a lot of these companies are so focused on, Morbius, let's get Madam Web. And I'm not gonna totally destroy Madam Web because the trailer was horrible. Right? The trailer was the trailer was horrible. But I'll watch it and I'll see if it's good, right? But like Marvel does the same thing. And DC too. I'll give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt, bro, because James Gunn hasn't shown me what my old problem with DC was. Because remember, guys, Man of Steel 2, Birds of Prey. Man of Steel 2, Suicide Squad. Batman solo movie with Ben Affleck. I said Affleck. Batman solo movie with Ben Affleck. Peacemaker. You just like Theo Von says, you want to just kick a fat kid at Kmart, right? That's what it makes you want to do. So you guys should support this kind of stuff because if this Spider-Man Noir does good on Amazon, they're going to give us more, right? And I'm excited. Spider-Man has probably one of the best, if not the best, rogues gallery ever out of all heroes. Spider-Man has crazy villains, bro. They're all top tier too, right? So especially the other versions of Spider-Man, I keep going back to Spider-Man 2099 because that movie would go crazy, right? After Across the Spider-Verse, give us his own movie, right? And I guarantee you the numbers would talk. The money talks, bro, and people were really hyped for those movies. So, but to end tonight, I'm going to talk about a viral video, right? So this viral video is it's a comic book shop owner. He owns the place. And I found the original videos on YouTube under the Comic Book Palace, right? And it's a guy named Glenn O'Leary. So a lot of people, especially on Twitter, and we all know Twitter is it's kind of like what Obi-Wan says about Tatooine, right? It's or what Mufasa tells Simba not to go to, right? Don't go there, Simba. Do not go over there. You won't find nothing good. And we always go back. But Glenn O'Leary, right? We're going to watch this video and then I'm going to comment on it because he makes a lot of good points. And I don't actually think this clip fully represents him as a person. And we can watch it together. You guys tell me what you think, okay?
Most of these new writers don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People are growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit. Because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story.
So he kind of went off, dude. He kind of went off. He was like, Peter Parker. Just write Peter Parker. No one cares about your personal life. Just write Peter Parker. Write Miles Morales. No one cares what you would do with Steve Rogers. Glenn, bro, I agree with you, man. That's I agree with you. Now, from that short clip, a lot of people might say that this is the problem with like new age comic book movies and comic book shops in general. So I live in an area with a lot of comic book shops, about 3. And I personally know people who go there, and I've met the owners of these shops. Their shops aren't doing as good as they used to, right? The shop owners will tell you that. The shop owners will say like, hey, ever since they've been doing like this in the comic books, the sales haven't been here. And our comic book shop is kind of suffering for it, right? So you talk to these owners and they will tell you, right? No one comes in here, like, a couple weeks ago, I talked about like Marvel, like pandering and marketing to a group of people who historically don't like this stuff, right? Those people aren't coming into the shops to buy the comics, right? And the people who have been coming to the shops to buy the comic books, they're being turned away they're being turned off from it, right? They're being like, it feels like they're being turned away. Now, Glenn also has a good point. Some people might care, but majority of comic book fans, people who like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, all that, no one cares about your personal life. Just make a good Peter Parker, right? And movies, comic books, anything involving that, yes, they've always had messages, right? But the messages are universal messages. They're messages that everybody can understand, right? They're messages that kind of like grow with time, right? They're timeless messages, right? Lately, movies and comic books have been having messages that just aren't timeless messages. They're messages that are from our like world. Like when I go to read a Spider-Man comic book, I don't care about your opinion on COVID, or I don't care about your opinion on pronouns or any of that shit. So why is it in a comic book? Why is it in a comic book movie? Just make a good Spider-Man movie, right? There's certain things that it may sound like nitpicky or whiny, but there's a reason these fans are saying this, and there's a reason these fans feel that way, right? When I watch Star Wars, or I watch, Star Wars shows on YouTube, or I watch the actors from these shows like, get interviewed, I don't care about the patriarchy, bro. I don't care about like white male privilege. I don't care about none of that stuff. But these people think we do, so they talk about it. And this guy is spot on, bro. And Glenn, you have probably been receiving a lot of hate for that clip that went viral, but you shouldn't, man. You shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, you're right. I know comic shop owners right now who will say the same thing. Their sales are suffering because the people that they're marketing to aren't coming into the shops to buy comics. They might be, but a very small percentage are. And the people who have been there since day one, they're being turned off from it. I don't want to go and read a Blade comic book, right? Which is about a guy who kills vampires, and just be lectured the whole time, man. No one wants that. And the people who are like, but these things have always had messages, and you guys aren't real fans, but they're timeless messages. They're messages that everybody can understand. Everybody can grow with them, right? They're not messages from like, and a lot of real world messages do make its way into movies and comic books, but they're not messages that are just, it's kind of hard to explain, but they're not just thrown in your face. And if they are, again, they're messages that everybody can understand, right? Not, hey, we're going to make a Spider-Man movie, but we want to lecture people on bullying, or we want to lecture people on like a pandemic, or if they should be voting for Trump. Like, bro, no one cares. I don't read or watch these movies to have the writers and directors tell me that Trump's bad, right? Or that the patriarchy's bad. The second I start seeing that stuff, I turn it off. Because we escape from the real world to watch this stuff and to read this stuff. And if I go to watch a movie and you guys are talking about something that's happening out in the actual real world, like something that like a Twitter boy would talk about. Don't care. Don't care. But that's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think of Glenn's video. And I will link the YouTube channel where I sourced that from below. And yeah, that is episode 134, guys. Thank you for joining me. At this next couple weeks, the videos might be shorter because, you know, leading up into Christmas, there's just a lot going on, right? There's a lot at work and a lot of stuff going on at home that, you know, like a lot of people during the holidays have to handle. I will be taking my normal, like, you know, week or two break at the end of the month, like I always have for the past 5 years, to kind of like recuperate my energy, recoup my energy, you know, get more like focused and more driven to give the best content I can going into 2024. And like always, guys, you can catch me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and of course, here. But yeah, like always, guys, till next time, peace.